Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat. It's Let It Rip Friday.
Hi, I'm Linda Mitchell, 54-year-old elite obstacle racer, award-winning fitness competitor, gym owner, and author. Welcome to the Sisterhood of Sweat podcast, where we will approach the difficult topics of life, interview inspiring guests, and bring empowerment to all. This community is a place where we can be who we are instead of who others want us to be. Let's get started.
And now, a word from our sponsors, Essential Formulas.
Hi, this is Frankie Boyer, and I don't know about your lifestyle, but some days I need roller skates. My lifestyle is crazy busy, and I'm pulled in so many directions. It takes a toll on my health. That's why I am proactive. I don't go a day without my Dr. Ohhira's probiotics. It's just that important to me. As the expression goes, the road to good health is paved with good intestines. Dr. Ohhira's is not just a probiotic supplement, it's a complete flora balancing system, helping to bring your body back into balance naturally. Doctor recommended, made with organic ingredients, dairy and gluten-free, and needs no refrigeration. Perfect for travel. I believe that Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are the best probiotics on the market today. To learn more about Dr. Ohhira's probiotics, visit essentialformulas.com. Dr. Ohhira's probiotics are available at Vitamin Shop, Whole Foods, Sprouts, and other fine health food stores nationwide.
And I'm going to start us off with a quote by Randy Garn. And before I start us off with the quote, I just want to tell you why I even know who he is. And you probably all know him. He's a New York Times bestselling author. But I was getting ready for a class that I was teaching, and I wondered why I wasn't looking forward to it. And then I thought back to how I would always introduce new things, new classes, work at new places, and I realized I need the challenge of something new. I'm bored. So I got on, I started thinking, well, I've been wanting to do this Pilates suspension training that I took from Rebecca Beckler. And it's Pilates 949. And I was like, oh. So I started working on it. And I was like, well, if I don't have enough quite for an hour, I can always do all of the other things that I do for Pilates and yoga. But it took the hour and I didn't even get to half of it. And it was so fun. We were laughing, carrying on. It was a challenge. I was sore from many of the things. And I realized we weren't quite strong enough to do a lot of the moves when I first opened. A lot of my participants have really gotten a lot stronger. So we did the moves and they were so excited. They started videoing each other. We did handstands. We did suspended ab crunches. We did back bends on the TRX going all the way back, handstands in the air, which I said, but that was probably the one that everybody was like, whoa. And so many cool things. It was so fun. People enjoyed the challenge and they did well with it. And so I posted the video. And so this is why you've got to examine where your resistance is or why you're not looking forward to something and change it up. And so Rebecca saw the video. She posted it in her story. And then I went to look and see who all has been looking at my story. And Randy Garn looked at my story. So I had to go on and see, who is this person? I was like, oh, wow, that was worth it. I loved his page. It was just so motivating, so inspirational, and so many great quotes. I haven't ordered his book yet, but I plan on it. And I was just like, just all of that from what? Making it fresh, renewing yourself, realizing that you have to fill your cup so you can fill other people's cup. And changing things up is a good thing. And so I'm just going to read off the quote, though it just flipped on Instagram. So hang on for 1 second. And actually, I feel like I could make it a whole session of just reading his quotes. They're so good. But I'm going to follow up kind of with what I spoke about on last Friday's episode. How many people can put you in a box. You're kind of in the club with them. And when you break the rules, then of whatever they thought the rules were, the criticism starts to fly. And so this kind of goes along with last week's episode, but I really liked it. Some people will judge you for changing. Others will celebrate you for growing. Choose your circle carefully. And then there was another great one because we were talking all about bitterness and holding grudges and how important it is to let your energy flow, and that the poison of a grudge or bitterness kind of keeps your energy stuck. And how easy it is to get stuck in who did us wrong, who hurt our feelings, just all of the things, thinking that we don't have the right tools, somebody else has more, so many things. But I love this quote by him. The only people whom you should try to get even with are those who have helped and blessed you along your journey. And it is so, so important to surround yourself with people that aren't poking holes in your boat. They're poking holes in your boat, you're going to sink. Surround yourself with the people that will support, that will say, yeah, let's do it. You said you wanted to build that Lego tower to the sun. I'm down for it. You said you want to climb that mountain. I'll carry your backpack and I'm going to bring other people to help. And it's so amazing how far you can go when you don't have people poking holes in your boat. Or if you're going up a mountain and you're in a wagon, you don't have people putting bricks in the wagon to load you down, because that's all that criticism and bitterness that you might carry from them being critiquing of you. That's all it's going to do. It's just going to weigh you down. And if you have big dreams, how are you ever going to reach them if you're letting people put bricks in your tank? So you have to be able to identify the people that are in your circle. How are they making you feel? What does your energy feel like after you've been with them? Are you feeling tired all the time? Are you feeling exhausted all the time? Are you feeling drained? Because I'm telling you, it's your energy does not lie. Your energy is everything. And you cannot reach your dreams without energy. And you cannot bring people along for the ride with you without energy. Energy is like a magnet. It draws people to you, your passion, your light, your excitement, your authenticity, when you're being your true self, not when you're being dimmed down, not when you feel like you have to shrink, not when you feel like you got to hide your talent under a rock because somebody feels diminished and they're attacking or they're jealous. That's a scarcity mindset. There is enough pieces of the pie to go around. God did not skip anybody. God did not leave anyone out with blessings, abundance, talents. No, everybody has a gift. It's up to us to be brave enough to get out from under the rock, to use it, to crawl out of the tank, to not let the crabs in the crab bowl pull you back down. You ever hear the crab analogy? Whenever you start crawling out, the crabs in the crab bowl want to pull the crab back down into the bowl. It's not about a scarcity mindset. If you have a big dream, it isn't just about you. You're taking other people along for the ride, and there's enough to go around. And I don't know if you've ever blown yourself away. But I want to talk a little bit about goals. I don't have a lot of time to talk about much because my computer was kind of having issues. I had to download a new virus scanner. And so I just want to hit these points for you today. I was looking at all the goals I had written, and one was get your body back. Okay. We lost 35 pounds this year and got back to the normal me before the pre-injury, the pre-pandemic, and all of the things. If you listen to the podcast, you know how many muscles I've ripped out from the pelvis. And one was build a podcast. Oh, what? Are you kidding me? Another was scale my podcast, double podcast growth, become #1 in iTunes, which we've done several times, build an SOS team. I have a team, but I'm still working on adding more people, working on speaking and booking gigs. I'm very, very excited to be talking at the Big Talk in Lincoln Square at Triad Theater. I'm very, very excited. If you heard my podcast where I spoke that out, you got to believe in speaking out your dreams, how powerful it is. And then starting a Friday show. My goodness, I got to look and see how long have I been doing solo rounds. I remember I was scared half to death to do them. And now it's one of the most popular parts of the podcast. And then taking over the other side of the gym. And I'm not sure, but I feel like we might be going on year 2 with that. I'll have to look and see how long we've had the other side open. Just so many things. So, and then being on a cover of a magazine, being on the Times Square billboards, all of these things. And all I really wanted to say about this is that our limitations scare us, but they don't scare God. God always gives us a dream that is way too big for us. Like, I remember speaking about that other side, the other side of the gym, and just talking about it and speaking as if it were. And I don't know. I don't know how much that I was for sure that was going to happen. But I was listening. It's pretty amazing what happens when you just believe and you take the leap and you speak out in faith. And the dream that God gives us is so big that it takes faith to reach it. And I remember when I was getting my calling and when God was, speaking to me and I was getting my vision, and how you question, is that you, God, or is that me? Wow, God, that's a whole lot. Are you sure you want me to do all of that? Or maybe you just want me to do this one thing or this other thing? But it all connected together because of the greater vision that I have for women, which I wrote down. Finding my notebook today was such a gold mine. There were so many notes in here that just, I was like, I could sit here and read these notes and be motivated. And I just thought about, wow, you can inspire the world by just following your God-given dreams, by just believing in the purpose and following the vision that God has for you. How great is that? Let's inspire each other. And how inspiring is it to just flip burgers every day, or to, I don't know, whatever. Like It isn't inspiring unless maybe you were the creator of the burger. I'm just saying, like, if we're not living up to our potential and we're stuck in fear, we're never going to recognize our dreams. It's so, so important to have courage. Because courage is what moves us forward. And courage is why I'm here talking to you today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this Let It Rip today. As always, keep on keeping on and have a great weekend. Bye, everybody.
And I hope that all of our listeners have enjoyed this podcast. And if you guys have really enjoyed this, please review us in iTunes and also share this episode with your friends and your loved ones. Thanks again for listening to the Sisterhood of Sweat.